So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. As we get a peek at Matt Ryan, a man who's been in the league since back in 2008.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to the air. Ryan after the pick 6. He's got Freeman here. It's complete.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. We just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, a one-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Let's go, D, let's go.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A check on the numbers for Kenyon Drake last week. 16 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync. We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I'm actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. On third down, Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. A good rally to the football holds them to 2, and that brings up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Yeah, let's go stack lunch.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the end zone, Newton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. The numbers for Freeman a week ago. 17 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. They'll run on first down. Freeman. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6, Ryan. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first.
Now Drake loses the football. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this. So Carolina keeps the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks them up.
And avoids the turnover. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. Got a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Falcons. 20
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. On 2nd down, it's Freeman. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. Second quarter here. He has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now it's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us, baby.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On second down, it's Drake. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 3rd and long, it's Newton. And that's caught by Smith. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Newton on 1st down. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
54, right there.
They fake the give. Newton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes our score 17-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
We'll see how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Gun.
Play action. It's Newton. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Great.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Check. Watch the foot. Hey, keep it up.
On 1st down, Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The catch is made by Dylan Mitchell. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st down, Freeman. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. From the string, and it's fourth down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
That's it, baby. We don't work.
Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons grab it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Drake will start the drive on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, let's bring it.
Right back to Drake. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. The Panthers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
We might start getting some props here in the booth. That one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
Now Ryan on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
Yeah, leading here in the 4th. Now Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. A nice pickup there. 18 yards. First down, Falcons. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Newton now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
On 3rd down, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. From the gun, here's Newton. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Gano now, following the touchdown, here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game that I would have to think. I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Running, it's Drake. A little juke. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the give, this is Drake. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11. Gun. The 41-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same.
But I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the side.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's going to look deep for more. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Check. Fresno. 20.
Throwing here, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Newton. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown in the blowout. Continues. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
Now, I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget.
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He gives it up. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And again this time to the tailback. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put them